good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. I'm your host, Mr. BJ Matthews, aka B. Just before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. All of our YouTube videos, hit that like button. Y'all come in here. Let's get it popping. All right, man. We got another video for y'all today. We're gonna talk about this Travis Hunter situation. Now, I know a little bit out of character because I don't usually talk about football, but this right here we're gonna talk about. I think it's very appropriate. Now, Travis Hunter is the cornerback and wide receiver for the Colorado Buffaloes, and he's the Heisman Trophy award winner for college football. Transcendent, not just football player, but athlete as well. Very, very good basketball player, if you guys have not noticed as well. He also plays basketball. And I want to touch on what's going on with Travis Hunter, as if you guys live under a rock. So last week, Travis Hunter got the Heisman Trophy winner award, and at a time it's supposed to be most best part of his life, is probably one of the most downest part of his life right now. He deactivated his Instagram this morning because of all the social media backlash. And I'm gonna give my thoughts of what I think about everything and everything what side I'm on. But I want to give y'all a little backdrop. So last week he won this Heisman Trophy award. And unfortunately, we're in a situation where he's actually going through a lot of stuff because of not just of him being a football player, but off the field issues. So Travis Hunter has a current fiance by the name of Lene. I think her last name is Rodriguez. Somebody can quote me correct me if I'm wrong. But Lene is speaking upon because you got social media and people think that this woman is not for Travis Hunter, that she is the wrong woman for him, that she's a gold digger, this, that, and the other. Now, there was two clips from the Heisman Award Trophy ceremony that people have taken and ran with, saying that the woman is not the right woman for Travis Hunter. So as y'all know, when you get awarded a Heisman Trophy, when whoever wins it, they have their significant other, their family, their friends, whatever, close people to them. So Travis Hunter plays for the Colorado Buffaloes. Deion Sanders, Hall of Famer, one of the greatest athletes of all time, is his coach. You got Shedeur Sanders, who's his teammate. Shiloh Sanders is his teammate. Those are Deion Sanders' kids. And you had his mother in attendance at the Heisman Trophy Award when they're all in one row, and then his fiance is there as well. Now, when they announced Travis Hunter's name, or the Heisman Trophy winner's name, 2024 college Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter, they announced his name. He immediately stands up. He's greeted by his wife, or his fiance, his mother, his Deion Sanders, and Shedeur and Shiloh Sanders. They go across the line. Everyone stood up except his fiance, who stayed seated. Deion Sanders tapped her on the shoulder, to ignition that she, is supposed to stand up. Now, this is the thing. After that happened, that clip went viral as if that woman, she's being she's being disrespectful, right? That's what it is. Like, she's being disrespectful. That's what the clip came out on. That's the clip number one. Clip number two came out was Travis Hunter getting greeted by fans, and she was actually sitting again and accompanying him, and she said, and there was a soundbite that caught her words saying, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here. Strike two. People came out on social media and said, this woman is not for Travis Hunter. She's selfish. This is his day. How could she sit up there and say, something like that? Now, of course, that got back to Travis, and that got back to his fiance, who currently live together. That same night, Travis Hunter went on social media, I guess at IG or TikTok, one of the two, like he usually would do. He's a big gamer. He's a big guy who's on social media. He said, hey, y'all up here kind of attack my, fiance and hating off of her. Y'all been hating off me for last year. Now you want to hate off my fiance. You guys need to get a life. I know my girl. I've been with her for 5 years. She's been here longer before what y'all been around. Let y'all know about her. Yada, yada, yada. And the punchline was, she's been drinking and she's been, crying all night. Okay? The very next morning, the fiance speaks out about it. I think it's an 8-minute video. And she goes in about everything in their relationship and just said this is going to be the first and last time I'm going to talk about it. She says, well, you know, first off, I'm not somebody that's, you know, just with Travis because of what he has. I've been with him for, you know, this amount of time. We have a relationship. And then she went into detail saying like how they met, how, you know, Travis had a girlfriend at the time and she basically ignored his DMs because of that reason, yada, yada, yada. Because people looked at it like, well, there was a interview I guess they had, and she said that he wasn't her type, and she spoke about that, cleaned that up, and that she said that was the reason why. She said that she's not his type because she wasn't the type to deal with a cheater, which I'm gonna address in a minute. But basically her defending herself. So you got two people, two situations. Y'all can go see those videos if y'all haven't seen them. But she says the social media that tried to put that out of her saying like, what am I supposed to do? Sit here. Again, was taken out of context because her whole thing was they were having a conversation. They were at the, venue, and I guess they're almost finishing up. And she said, what do you want me to do? Just sit here. And then she acknowledged and added on that the camera did not catch. I can sit here or I can go back to the hotel. I can go with you. What do you want me to do, Travis? That's what she was coming off as. But with the public that saw it, looked at that as being like, what do you want me to do? Sit here, was her having an attitude. Okay? And y'all make sure y'all, continuously watch this. I'm gonna get everything in line. So what do we have here? We got two sides here. We got one side who's saying, look at, this woman is not for Travis Hunter. She's a gold digger, and saying stuff like, this man is, being used because of what he has. She's a apparently attractive, woman, and, people want to talk about Travis Hunter and his looks and all that stuff. It's a lot of stuff, right? So you got that crowd, you got celebrities coming out like Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't really consider a celebrity. I just think he's just on YouTube all the time talking. But he's Mr. Pro-Black, speaks for black people, talk about, he wants black people, black love. He's all for all that. So, like I said, Travis Hunter is African American. Lene, I guess Rodriguez is Hispanic or Mexican. And at the end of the day, he doesn't believe in mixed marriages. Not because he's racist per se, but he says he feels like the money gets out of the home when you try to mix races together. It should be black and black race. And if they divorce, like a lot of these black athletes do, the money goes into another community instead of staying within their own. So he's against that, but he also just thinks that you gotta live life first, and before you even choose to sell that, like just take a step back and think. But that's what he feels. He feels like this woman, he hope he wakes up and is not going to kowtow to this. Then you got Bow Wow, who's a former rapper, who's one of the most prestige known rappers of all time, been in the game for years, speaking on it, saying like, well, we love you, Travis, and we want the best for you. If we didn't care about you, we let you crash out. So he made like a I don't know how long, I think 5-minute video speaking about how, he don't think that this woman is for him because of a post that she liked on Instagram. She hearted, and he said that's not a wife. If that was, any girl I was dealing with, she got her bags out that day. And basically he's just telling him to wake up. And, you the Heisman Trophy when you're about to have a bunch of women thrown at you. Just get your mind right. That's what that is. So there's two instances. So I'm gonna talk to y'all what I think. That's the one side. And then the other side is you got people saying like people need to mind their business. That's not their relationship. They just want to be messy, yada, yada, yada. Who you gonna tell who somebody to love? You got that crowd. So you got two different sides. Cool. Now, I want to talk to y'all about the side I'm on. Shador Sanders made a post this morning, and it basically came off the claims of saying, hey, celebrities and people who are talking about, you know, Trav, if you really want to holler at Trav, you know how to get a hold of him or somebody around him, because all y'all that are just making these videos are just looking for attention or clout, one of those two words at the end of the day. And when I read that on Twitter and I read that post from Shador Sanders, bravo. Look, we live in a world, man, social media, everybody wants attention, everybody wants clout, everybody wants something, especially if you are used to being in attention whore and that you don't, and now that you're not in that limelight, you want to put your 2 cents in. First off, Bow Wow, you say that you don't know Travis, but you know Dion. So you can get in contact with Travis. I'm pretty sure Dion has his number. So Shador was talking about you because, again, a lot of y'all, and it's sickening, y'all want attention, man. You guys are making it even worse when you guys are out here telling another young man who's not even, he's still figuring out. You gotta remember, this kid, he's still a young man. Travis is still a young man. He may be attention, like having a lot of attention put on him like he's an adult, but it's still, he's under 25, man. He ain't even figured out life yet. So you got everybody trying to tell him what to do, and he's looking at it like, well, everybody's calling him out to be a simp, and you're throwing heat on the fire, making it worse. That's not helping. What you do is you pick up the phone, call him and say, look, little bro, I know you got your life. First of all, I want to, first of all, I've been in your situation before. I love you, and I'm just giving you my 2 cents. You can do whatever you want, but I'm just speaking to you out of experience and love. And I want us to, have understanding of my experience, and hopefully it can help you out with yours. That's how you do that. You don't make a video and it's going to be seen on social media with more talking, and you're going to get clicks and views because you want your name searched in the search bar. That's not how you handle shit. You go to the person behind closed doors. Even in the word it says, go to your brother. Go to your brother. That's what you're supposed to, go to your brother. Go to the person that you have an issue with or you have to say something to. Right? It clearly says that. Like, that whole notion I'm posted, like, I'm trying to help you and you won't put a video that's going to be seen by thousands, even millions of people, that's not helping me. You got the girl, the fiance, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. After the video she posted where she said she wasn't going to say nothing else about it, she says, she puts another video out talking about how Travis used to stay outside of the bar. He used to drop her off at the club or a party and stay outside and wait for him. Wait for him and wait for her as she got out. Now, of course, if you hear that from anybody, that sounds crazy. So the girl, my thoughts about her is she's very, very naive, and she's very, very, she's young-minded. That's poor media training, and that's not, you're not protecting your husband or your husband-to-be when you say stuff like that, because all the public's gonna say is, oh, look, he's a simp. Like, who does that? You don't say stuff like that on social media. And she was saying like it was no big deal, like it was funny. So that makes me kind of think that, at the time and even now, that she's a little bit, a blonde, you know what I'm saying? If y'all know what I mean, caught my ship. She's a little bit of an airhead, like, cause that's not smart. That's not you protecting, that's you embarrassing your significant other. And these y'all athletes and y'all out here who are 35, 40 years old, entertainers trying to speak on his behalf when you can call this young man behind closed doors where he's not going to be feeling like, attacked or triggered. That's why he took down social media. Because he's like, damn, man, I can't even, you got people out here coming at me and making me look stupid. And it might affect his game a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It might affect him on the football field because, again, this is all new to him. But if he had a group of people who actually cared for him and protected him and, kept it in-house, like Shador said, he would probably be more and more in a better place mentally. But now you're in a situation where he's like, damn, I don't know who to trust. That's why I expect Deion Sanders to possibly come out and speak about it, because that's his, that's like pretty much his son, another son to him. So he's probably gonna speak out about it. But I also want to say this. This kind of reminds me of the Kobe Bryant, Vanessa Bryant situation. How everybody said that Vanessa Bryant was in it for the money and she was a gold digger, this, that, and the other. Well, it turns out Vanessa actually was the one by his side more than anybody. Because throughout the years, and God rest Kobe's soul, that's my favorite player of all time, Kobe Bryant was the one that stepped out on Vanessa Bryant. You know what I mean? And Vanessa Bryant took him back, even when she didn't even need to get. She didn't even ask for no money back. She basically, didn't care about that. She didn't care about taking his money or half of his money or divorce. She basically forgave him and took him back. And you guys saying, well, it's all because of the money. It's like, no, she could have divorced him and still got half of his inheritance because she was married for him for about 10 years. They got married back in 2001 and they divorced in, I think, 2012. So she was already eligible to get half of his inheritance. She didn't do that. She stayed with him and she brought him back. They raised their 3 kids who seem to be very, very respectful young ladies. You don't see any of them out here crazy in the media. Kobe Bryant and his daughter has passed away. And you ain't seen her in the media like that. She's been very quiet behind closed doors. When Kobe Bryant went through that rape charge, she was the only one by his side. Nobody was with him. But you had a bunch of people who went at Vanessa Bryant saying she was a gold digger, this, that, and the other. And I think a big reason why was because she was a attractive non-black woman. Let's just keep it a buck. A lot of y'all black people coming around talking about this. It's always a black man people want to make who they should date. Like, we can't date nobody outside of our race. We don't love our mother if we don't do that. I wish somebody would tell me some shit like that. But it's really you inside yourself that you don't have something inside yourself that's connected. So you want to sit up here and say that, it's something wrong with you because you don't want to date black women. Man, kiss my ass. I've dated every single race you can think of. And it doesn't mean I don't love one more than the other. But most of these people are just upset and angry because Travis Hunter got himself a very, very attractive young lady. And from what I'm seeing, I don't see gold digger vibes. And now I could be wrong. I see immaturity. I see ignorance. I see her not being smart. But again, she's not even 25. Like, she's still learning. Like, look at the mistakes you make at 25. She's still learning and growing. So my last thoughts is, man, like, I would just say basically to Travis Hunter and his fiance, I would tell Travis first, man, seek God and then seek the people close to you and just be aware and watchful, man. Because if you do that, you're not gonna go wrong. See, I don't have Travis Hunter's number. I don't have Deion Sanders. I don't have Shador's number. So I can make this video. But all you rest of you quote unquote fake ass celebrities up here want to talk about, you're trying to help him and everything. Now you're trying to get clicks. It's a shame how social media has came on, but I appreciate y'all coming on. Until next time, pull up, see, pull up and share, pull out. Peace. Out of here like swim.